It's interesting how people who are very popular and busy in their main job, in like you as an actor in Hollywood, how they actually are able to maintain this aspect of their life together. That's very, I think it's very important. And how have you managed to do it?
Well, first of all,
to be connected to both things at the same time.
First of all, I see myself as a citizen artist, and notice I put the word citizen first. Citizen artist. That's the first thing I see myself in. And then what I do as an artist is I'm a part of cultural production. So the idea of culture is very important to me. The idea of how people identify and imagine themselves, how they use their imagination is very important to me, you know. And so those things intersect. So the real world just always intersects with my world and my imagination. So the real world in which the movies that I want to make are the movies that tell the stories that I think are valid and I think are important. They're the movies that I think are transformative. Those are the movies I try to make, you know, in some sense. Or I try to find that within the movies that I do. And finding a connection with people, I think is so important, is that I do not live on an island. You know, I'm not isolated from the things that happen around me, whether it's the issues around children, the issues around health care, the issues around senior citizens, the issues around homelessness. All those things live within close proximity to my life. They exist. I can't deny their existence. Buena Onda is a major campaign.
You've learned good pronunciation, huh?
I'm working on it. First of all, what we want to do in this campaign, it really highlights the work of UNICEF. This is what. And it's broadly, we're in all sectors, in the private sector, the public sector, civil society involved in this engagement. We want to emphasize the buying of this nose right here.
The buying of this nose.
Yeah, buying
so
the nose.
Important.
You see right here, I'm going to put it on here. And moments that I've looked kind of strange, and this is one moment that I don't mind looking strange. Well, that's the first of all, the buy the nose right here. The second of all is that you have an opportunity to send a text to UNICEF as well, and also to call 107 from your home, and you will donate 5 soles to UNICEF, to this project.
Do you mind if I just make a couple of questions that are totally apart from UNICEF? This is filmography. One of my favorite films, The Royal Tenenbaum.
It's
I loved it.
I love that film, you know, because of Wes Anderson. But one of the signature moments is that Wes Anderson, in trying to get me to do this film, he said, I'll write you another scene, and I'll do this, and I'll do that, and everything else. But when I took him to an event at the United Nations, Kofi Annan was there, and I think Mark Malloch Brown, who was then the head of UNDP, was there, and everything else. And so I introduced him to
all these important people.
To all these important people. And he came back to me, he looked after he met Kofi Annan, he says, that's the look I want for you in the movie. So if you know, I had the goatee like Kofi, and the hair like, oh, I couldn't believe I'm introducing this guy to one of the most important person in the world, and he says, that's the look I want for you. I'll never get that look. And then I knew I was going to do the movie.